Hello? Can you hear me? All right. I think we unmute you.
Okay.
All right. Testing. This is a sound test.
Okay. Testing.
Shy Cutie, can you? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay.
You hear me now? Okay.
Sorry. Right when I was. Oh, first of all, hello. Welcome to the live. When we were waiting on the countdown, my camera like just went off, so I had to suddenly switch my camera setup. Setup. So that's why it's a little bumpy, even though we just started. But hello, I'm Kawaii Bri, and this is Shy Cutie, and we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about why anime is for everyone. So, Shy Cutie, which is she's my sister-in-law, she did not grow up watching anime. Myself, I've watched anime my whole life. Hold on, out. I watched anime my whole life, and since I was like 14. So my first anime was Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, probably like everybody else that grew up in the 90s. We used to watch it. And then Ronin Warriors, which a lot of people don't talk about. So I've been watching it for 20 years. I've probably seen hundreds of anime. Sometimes I feel like maybe thousands, but that's probably not true. So what about you, Shy Cutie?
So, I have like bits and pieces of when I jumped in and jumped out of anime. When I was younger, I didn't even realize some of the things on TV were considered anime. Um,
Right.
I dibble and dabbled into like Dragon Ball Z for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It was like in and out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I watched like things like I don't think Thundercats consider anime, but I watched those kinds
No.
of things. But I didn't get into anime until
Mm-hmm.
later, like after we graduated from high school, like in my
Right.
20s, maybe even. And I think the first anime that I watched was Esclaflowne, I want to say.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
kind of
I
a
watched
intense first anime, actually.
very intense anime. I was when I watched it, I was just like, oh, like I didn't know that anime was like this serious. Like the plots was so serious.
Right. Oh, I
And
need to
so
drop
when
them
I
in the
saw
chat
that
though.
anime, that kind
Mm-hmm.
of like got me like interested in watching other animes, which led me to watching Naruto and I think the other one that I watched was Sword Art Online, which was really, really, really good. Um, so yeah, I got into it a little bit later, but I'm actually really glad because there's a lot of interesting plots in these animes, like things.
Right.
It's very creative, like thought processes that you could see when you're watching the anime, like that they came up with. I thought that was really cool and different.
Right. Okay. So if you see me kind of looking, I have two cameras right here. Only one is on, but my computer's over here. So if you see me like doing like this,
Oh yeah,
just
you
know
adjust.
I'm doing something on the computer. Yeah. So that's the setup we have going today. So bear with
Okay.
us. But so yeah, so you started off watching that. For me, so I guess I'll ask you, or do you want me to say my favorite anime first, or
Yeah.
and this is an
Yeah.
open panel discussion. So if you want to jump in and tell us your favorite anime, it's nice if you can cam up like we are. But if you can't, don't worry about it. You'll just come on with like an avatar on the screen, and we'll be able to hear
Mhm.
you. So, but I do want to hear like what are some people's favorite anime and why. So did you want to
Mhm.
go first, or did you say you want me to go first?
You go first.
Ooh, okay. So
So,
I've been watching so many. So okay, I'll do two because one is a movie and then one's a
oh,
show. But my
okay.
all-time favorite movie is Spirited Away by Studio
Oh
Ghibli.
yes.
I mean, I probably watch that movie like two or three times a year. That's
Mhm.
definitely like my favorite. And every time they show it in the movie theaters, we go see it. That's definitely like all time favorite. Life lessons, everything. I just love that movie. As
Mm-hmm.
far as shows, that was a little harder because I'm constantly watching new stuff, and I'm just kind of like, do I go
Mm-hmm.
with a classic or do I go with something newer? Because I have to say, I love Demon Slayer, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not really a shonen person
Yeah.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I love Demon Slayer. I mean,
Demon
it's
Slayer.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially after Mugen Train. After I watched that, I just was like, wow, this is like really good. So I'm kind of emotionally invested in Demon Slayer right now. So I'm happy.
Okay.
I might have. I don't know. That's kind of hard because I have old stuff that I want to say, but actually in Nana, like Nana is how they say it, but
Nana.
it's Nana. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is that might be like as a
That
woman, I think that's like that might be my all time favorite as a woman. Like it's
okay.
so good. Yeah, it's like top tier Josei
Top-
anime.
Yeah. I started that one. I haven't finished it, but I did start it
Really
and I
good.
did get into it and I was just like, okay, I definitely gotta come back and finish that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
So
little bit. Okay. hmm So what's your favorite?
so out of all the one, I definitely enjoyed Sword Art Online. That was the first one. That was like the first one that I actually was able to like sit binge by myself. Like normally I'm like watching it with someone or my husband, but
hmm
like that was the one. I want to say what was the other one? I think this is the one that you had suggested to me a while back. I think it was called something April or My Lion
Oh, Your
April.
Lie in April. Your
Your
Lie in
Lion
April.
April. That one was good.
Yeah,
Yeah. That one was
that one
good.
was good.
That was really good. And there was another one. I cannot remember the name of this one. I watched it with my husband. It was I'm gonna have to come back to that one. There's two
Okay.
other ones that I really
What did
like.
you What did you like about Your Lie in April?
Um, I think that one was like it was more so because it showed that was the first anime I watched that was about a like a relationship kind of thing where it showed like a boy and a girl liking each other some kind of way, the drama they went through, and for the first time I saw an anime that like showing a not so perfect situation or a not
Yeah.
so perfect relationship between a boy and a girl, and I thought that was
hmm
really cool because I was like, it just gave me you could see a different perspective like on like how a relationship could come to be, like it's not always boy meets girl. They known each other so long, then they get married and it's a happy story. I
Or
just
like those high school anime, like where it's just kind of like the constant. The
right,
ones where it's like the girl likes the boy, and then
right.
he likes her, and then another girl comes in, and then they finally get together, but that's like the end.
Boom,
That's
that's
how
it's
like a
done.
lot of yeah, like when they finally get to the end or confess or whatever. Now it's
Hmm.
time for the anime to go off, and you're like, oh, I don't get to actually see them together. So yeah, I did
Yeah,
like that, and that you
yeah.
actually get to see like their relationship and stuff.
They were, yeah, and it was
Mm-hmm.
bumpy. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't. It was. They had their things,
For
but I
sure.
did like to see that they still kind of came together, even in spite of all of the drama.
Yeah, that was a good
So
one for sure.
that was a good one. And
Um, yeah.
oh no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so why like I know why I think everybody should watch anime because it's awesome. But how do you feel? Like why do you think anime is for everyone?
Um, I think that if you grow up a certain way and you only
Yeah.
see what you're used to, it's
hmm
hard for you to kind of see outside of the box kind of thing.
Right,
I think
right.
that you should anime kind of like I think it kind of speaks to like our creative side of our brains, that imagination that we grow up with. I think I see that in anime. Anime is like very imaginative, very creative, very like out of this world creative, you know. And I think that's one of the things that I appreciate about it, because there's no you can't do this or you can't do that in anime. In anime, I feel like when you watch it, it makes you feel like, man, you could do whatever. You know, you can be this creative, you can go big, you can
Mhm.
be whatever. And as long as it's good and it makes sense, I think that it's okay. Like it makes it feel like it's okay to be, you know, my creative
Right.
self. You know, so I think that's why everyone needs anime.
Me highlight. So she said is which this is actually a good question because
That
like
is a good
growing
one.
up liking anime. Now I know it's kind of trendy, it's cool, you know, blurs is a thing now, black nerds, you know, typically like
Right.
anime. I'm in a few groups, but back when I was growing up, it was not cool to like anime. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
were a weirdo, you watched it and stuff like this. So I would always
Mm-hmm.
get this question. Well, I would get this statement where she asked, "Is a anime for adults?" And it
Yeah,
is.
that's a good
Well, it's for
question.
everybody. I'm
Yes.
gonna get like so. It is for everybody, and technically, a lot of what we watch in America, like was a
Mm-hmm.
more mainstream anime, especially like back in the day, Dragon Ball Z, all those kind of things. They're actually considered shonen in anime. So within anime, there's genres, and those are
Yeah.
actually shonen. Now in Japan, something like Dragon Ball Z or My Hero Academia or even Demon Slayer, some stuff, even though they may have more adult themes sometimes, they're considered shonen, which is for boys. So it's
Right.
actually for younger boys. But that's what's most mainstream over here, and of course over there too. I mean, adult men watch, you know, Demon
Yeah.
Slayer and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
they also have Seinen, I think it's called Seinen, which is like more adult, darker theme anime, which is actually what I prefer in my adult years. I prefer that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they
Mm-hmm.
also have shojo, which is for young girls, and then they
Okay.
have josei, which is for older women. So Nana is a josei anime because it
Okay.
has more
Anime.
adult. Yeah, it has adult
Okay.
themes. So it literally is for everybody. There's a genre. There's other genres too, like isekai, which is like you die and come back in another world. Like
Okay.
the slime, I was reincarnated as a slime is one of that's one, and
Oh,
what was the other one? Kanasoba, Kanasoba. That's a isekai
it's
anime.
okay.
So there's a
Okay.
whole bunch. There's like, oh, you could get deep in the rabbit hole. But so to answer her question, it's for adults and children.
Mm-hmm.
And some anime are absolutely not for children.
Yeah,
Um,
there's clearly some.
there's some. I remember being young and my brother was watching Ninja Scroll, which was
Oh, I haven't
actually,
watched that.
I think, outside of like, because Dragon Ball Z came on TV, right? Sailor Moon. And
Right.
like at my age, I didn't even know that was anime. I didn't know what anime was.
Yeah.
Um, so after I actually knew what anime was, and we started like seeking out additional anime, because you gotta think back then it wasn't really coming on TV. I guess like people say I'm showing my age or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it wasn't on TV, so you had to go to like a comic book store. You had to have a plug. You know, I knew a little
Mm-hmm.
Korean girl at my school, and she used to bring me Dragon Ball what VHS. We had VCR. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
she would bring me tapes. She brought me. Actually, that's how I watched the Broly saga, the Broly movie. She brought that for me.
Okay.
So but I remember my brother watching Ninja Scroll, and I'm like, oh, this is anime, and I used to think it was for kids. So I remember go sitting in his room, like, talking about we about to watch Ninja Scroll. When I tell you, Scar for life, okay, yeah, not for kids. Okay, that's all
Not
I'm gonna say.
forget.
It opens up. It gets real quick. Okay, it opens up.
Yeah.
If anybody in the chat has
Okay.
ever seen Ninja Scroll, let me know if
I'm gonna
if
have
you
to go
saw
watch
Ninja
that one.
Scroll. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can't even say what happened in the first scene because we would get demonetized or shut down. That's how bad it was. So
Another one
Yeah, I
that's
just
definitely no, go ahead.
yeah. Go no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Another one that's definitely not for kids is Berserk. Okay,
Woo! Berserk. Okay,
girl.
look, I can't even watch Berserk. I hear it's great. I tried. I just
No, I can't do it either. I think I made maybe 1.5 episodes.
and use like this is not the
I,
anime for
I
me.
was like, ugh, no,
Yeah,
definitely
Berserk
not
is
for kids. Oh,
yeah.
it's
And I
definitely what it
know
sounds like. Berserk.
yeah, and I know my brother is very into dark anime because he told me to watch. Well, he told me to watch Promise. Is it Promise Neverland
Oh yeah, I haven't tried that one. You can do
with the
it.
kids? It's like these kids, and it's I'm not even gonna give it away because I don't know if anybody's seen it. Also, if anybody's seen Promise Neverland, who's watching, please put it in the chat if you've
I
seen it.
think I started watching
On a
it.
level from 0 to 5 of how traumatizing and sad it is, go ahead and
Yeah,
rate how
it's really
go ahead and rate.
let me just say it's no mercy in that one. Promise
Yeah,
Neverland. There is
yeah,
definitely yeah. I remember
yeah.
glimpses of it, and I was just like, what the
I was like, why did somebody make this? I just kind of
right?
like be thinking like, what's wrong with these people? Like
Yeah,
who would make it? I mean, it's good, but it just made me be like, what's wrong with you? Who hurt you? You know what I mean? Like you
right.
making stuff like that. Okay, so we both said our favorite ones.
What's the
I'm going to go ahead.
There was a movie that I really enjoyed where everybody that might have been Spirited Away.
What happened?
No, I
What
think
happened
that
in
was
it?
Spirited Away. Where
Where she goes to the bathhouse.
yeah, she went to the bathhouse. She was working,
That's
and
good.
that's Spirited Away. Now, is that one also where she was her parents got turned into like some pigs because they were being greedy?
hmm
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's Spirited Away. Yeah, so
yeah.
that one is
I
definitely
love that
one.
movie.
That one was it's so good. Every time I watch it, I catch something that I didn't catch before, like and I noticed like the lesson in just being greedy, like in that movie, in that anime movie or whatever. I
It's
was
such
just
a
like,
theme of like only taking with what you need, which is why
exactly,
it's one of my favorite anime movies. It's just so many good lessons, but it's also it talks about like taking only what you need because
yeah,
like Chihiro, when she first got in the spirit world, she saw her parents who like overindulged and ate all the food that wasn't theirs, and she knew she wasn't going to do that, but
right,
she knew she also learned that she had to eat a little bit to stay alive. Remember,
to
he
say
gave
right,
her the little pea and was like, you have to
yeah,
eat this or you'll disappear. So it was always this balance of like only taking what you need,
what you need,
not being
right,
greedy, but also you have to, find the balance. So I
right,
think it's a good movie because of that lesson. And
yeah.
also, No Face
Oh yeah,
is
girl, no,
also a very interesting character. He teaches us a
very
lot
interesting.
about
you know,
identity.
yeah, I think the interesting thing about No Face was that he kind of went with whatever was happening. Like he would take what you gave. If you gave a lot, he take a lot. If you don't, he don't. He matches the energy around him.
Yeah,
I thought
that's true. He gives you back basically what you give.
what you
Hellraiser
give
said
it.
12.5. I don't know if that was his rating for Promise Neverland because I definitely said 0 to 5. And if you're rating that, I agree. 12.5. That's how
12
bad it
point.
is. Out from 0 to 5 of how traumatic it's sad, it's a 12.5. I definitely agree. That's
12.5.
yeah, it was pretty bad.
From the look, the air, just the glimpses of it, I would have to probably agree with that 12.5 because that was yeah. Hey,
So we'll go to the next question. And
okay.
once again, if anybody wants to join the panel, you don't have to cam up. You can just show up with a little black screen with a little circle. If you want to tell us your favorite anime or why, you can come up and tell us what your favorite one is. Let me go to the next question, which I don't know if you've ever just said, and something wrong with me. Sometimes I just be like, oh, I want to cry. So let me go ahead and find the most depressing anime.
Right.
I could ever watch in my life and watch it. That this is definitely a habit of mine. So, have you ever watched an anime that was sad, whether it was on purpose or it caught you off guard? You didn't think it was gonna be that sad?
I have to think about that because I've watched a lot of anime over the years, and there's some I'm sure. I'm busy.
Oh yes, she got something to say. She's trying to tell you the saddest one.
I
can tell you mine if you need to. Let me mute you for a second. I'll mute you for a second and then I'll tell mine. I'm gonna read this comment. My brother advised me to watch. I muted you for a second if you needed to. My brother advised me to watch Goblin Slayer, and I couldn't get past the first episode. Highly disturbing for me, especially for an introduction to anime. So take that as a hint. If you're gonna recommend somebody watch anime, please do not traumatize them. If you're gonna traumatize them, please give them a forewarning that you're gonna traumatize them, please.
Right, please.
Don't be like me and like timid. Don't be like watching stuff.
Yeah.
Don't be watching Ninja Scroll and Berserk. Don't do that to people.
Yeah, don't do Berserk.
So have you? I was gonna say before she started giving, she was trying to tell us her least favorite.
Right.
Anime.
She was like, "Look,
what is the saddest one?
Right.
What's the saddest anime you've ever watched?
I can't. I'm trying to remember. I have to think about that one.
Okay, well, I got a whole list.
Top of my head, what you got? You might be able to trigger some of these memories.
Right. I'm in an anime group and we had a thread of the saddest anime ever. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all know. There's this anime and there's also a live action movie. I call myself watching both. Okay. Because I was told that this anime makes grown men cry.
Okay.
So I was like, well, let me watch this anime because it can't possibly be that sad. It's called Anohana. Anohana, Anohana, the flower we found that day, I think is the English interpretation of the title. It's super sad.
It's sad.
When I tell you, I cried so hard.
Yeah.
I had a headache for 24 hours.
Oh man. Girl.
Like I couldn't breathe because I was crying. Yeah. It was so sad. I just it was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then next to that is The Grave of Fireflies, which is also by Studio Ghibli.
Okay.
And it's historically about I think it's World War II. Like Japan. So it's set in that period during the actual war. And it's based on a true story, which makes it even sadder.
Okay.
Definitely sad. I mean,
that was sad.
I almost say don't even watch it. I mean, it's sad. It's good to know. It's historically accurate, so it's very good. Like you should know. It's kind of like pointing out the suffering of war and how people don't really care about other people, like outside of themselves and stuff like that. So it's really good. But it's also very unnecessarily sad. But that's somebody's real story, so I'm not gonna knock that. But it's really sad. I'll never watch it again, but you should at least watch it once, I guess. Let me show these comments. Hellraiser said the saddest moment was when Naruto found out Pervy Sensei died. Okay. I don't watch Naruto. I can't mess with Naruto.
Oh yeah, Kama the Kill was
Oh yeah, here's another one. Out of the couple ones I watched, I really like Akame Got Killed, which is my first anime. And you say you just watched you watched Kill la Kill recently. But I have not watched Akame Got Killed. I've started it like 5 times and I never finished it. Not because it's bad, I just get distracted.
I watched, so I keep coming in the middle of Akame Got Killed. It's definitely one that's on my list to go back and watch it like by myself and like so I can like really like understand the full story behind it all. But the parts I came in on looked very interesting. I just didn't. I don't really understand. I don't know the plot. I really don't. I'm not familiar
I
with
just
the plot.
never finished it. I've started it like 5 times, and that's like another thing. There's so much anime now sometimes that like I'll start stuff and then I forget I started, and then I'll be like, "What? I started that like a year later."
Right.
So
Yeah.
sometimes I just forget what I've been watching. I'm gonna read this. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. What he say? Fate, Stay the Night. All the fight scenes and sounds always amaze me, no matter how many times I watch it. Yes, Fate is
Okay, I have
good.
not seen
That's his
that one.
favorite
Fate.
one. That's a solid series. Like all of them.
That
All of them I actually enjoyed. But yes, I agree.
okay.
It's really good. Oh,
Okay.
you know one that slept on too? Claymore.
What?
That's gonna bring me to
Oh
the next one.
yes, I remember Claymore.
Yes, that's gonna
I
bring me
forgot
to
about
this
that
one. This
one.
question. Your favorite
Claymore.
anime OST, original soundtrack. What that means. Um,
OST.
hmm And a big part of being an anime fan is the music. Like,
The
if you didn't
music.
know about J-pop or anything before you watch anime, you were a fan after you watch anime. I know my mother knows uh one of the Inuyasha closing
Oh
end of the
yeah.
credit song. Because we killed it all the time. The one by Do Infinity, Do as Infinity, the Boku Tachiwa. How many of
Yes,
us have woken up in the middle if you watch
man.
Inuyasha as a child or you watch Toonami? I know you woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning with Shishomaru on the screen with his hair blowing in the wind and hearing that blasting full volume. Okay.
Right.
I don't know how many times I done woke up to Inuyasha at 2 a.m. when I was younger and you just hear, oh, Kutachiwa. It's so loud, you know? Oh my
Yeah.
God. So
The
my mom knows that song.
the funny
That's how
part
real it
is
was.
the
Uh-huh.
funny thing about that Inuyasha theme song is
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard it by accident, like because I hadn't even watched Inuyasha, but
Mm-hmm.
I was somewhere and the theme song was on or whatever, and I just kind of heard it and I was like, what is that? So then I
Mm-hmm.
added it to
It's
my
so
little
good.
playlist, girl. That was
Yes, even to this day, you walking around. There's like this meme where this guy's like walking around looking. He's like, it's a meme of a guy looking like really serious and like hard. But it's like
yeah.
the meme is a picture of him like what people see and then what I'm listening to, and then it shows the track, and that's me. Like you walking around, looking all serious, but you sitting there listening to Naruto opening songs or
Right.
or you listen, you listening to Secret of the Mana soundtrack, video
Yeah.
game music, Final Fantasy VII. That was my family. My mom actually has a recording of us going through. We went to see Christmas lights when we were younger
Uh-huh.
at Lake Lanier. So you drive through, and my mom
Yeah.
had a recording from camcorders back then. We literally were listening to Final Fantasy. I feel like
Uh-huh.
I remember the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack playing in the background because we were listening to it. Move, my cat. Sorry, let me move. Grits, beat it. Move. Yeah, sorry, but he always want to come messing with stuff. No, see, that's what happens when your cat comes in back. He started knocking stuff over. But
Oh yeah.
so yes, we used to listen to it all the time. That's how we were.
That's
Sorry, I'm
cool.
moving him because he's trying to eat up all the cords. He still
Oh my gosh. Don't
So
eat
he
the
still
cord.
likes to chew things that can murder him. So
Oh
try
no,
to
don't do
keep him
that.
alive. But listen, let me
Don't
go through some of these. Let's see.
the comments.
Let
Hellraiser
me scroll
said,
through a few. Hellraiser said, you can read that. Go ahead.
does Avatar count in this topic?
No.
No,
Look,
sir.
he being petty because he know Avatar is not anime.
Right.
And this is my mom saying she remembers that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure she heard that song so much. And I think he said he's currently watching Black Clover. Attack on Titan was cool. Now
Oh
Attack
yeah.
on Titan is good.
Attack on
Have you
Titans
seen
is
Attack on Titan?
intense. It's intense. Okay.
It's a little depressing. I actually have a gaming
That
buddy
too.
named Kathy. Shout out to DJ Kathy
Oh
PRC.
yeah.
He said he was watching Attack on Titan and he literally got depressed. Like he had
Oh
to stop watching it. He watched the whole season, I think, and he was just like, "Why am I sad?" Like he felt a little
yeah.
melancholy, and he was like, and after he finished watching it, he got happy again. So he said it made him depressed. It was so sad.
That was
So
crazy.
I mean, I guess
Well, Dorian Bird says no, sir. LOL. I guess he's responding to
To
Hellraiser's quote.
Avatar. Let's
Yeah.
talk about is the anime. He know he playing. I know he know better than to say
Right.
that. Talking about. So let's see what. So yes, what do you have? So I know you know the duets with it. Is there any other anime songs that you really like that you have on your playlist that you listen to?
There's this theme song from the Naruto, the latest when he got older Naruto.
Oh, the what's it?
The
What
one when
is
he
the name
said,
of it?
what is the name of that theme song?
Bluebird
Is that what it
is
is?
the name of it in English. I don't know what it's called in Japanese, but yes, that's
But
a
yeah,
bop.
that's
Okay,
my jam. Okay.
yeah, that's my jam. The guy on the little harmonica in the back be killing it. Okay.
He be killing it. He
On
do.
that song, the guy he plays Hellraiser actually is a friend of mine, and he always talks about. We watched the music video to that song, and we always laugh at the guy. If you ever watch the video for Bluebird from Naruto Shippuden,
Yeah,
the guy
I'm gonna
playing
watch
that
it.
harmonica
That's
in the
it.
back,
Shippuden. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
he's killing it. Not only is he killing it on the harmonica, he's playing the keyboard too. So this guy is intense. But yeah, that's my
Yeah.
jam. I actually made a friend at work from that song.
From that song.
Yes, yes, I did. Because we
That
realized we were fellow nerds because we were talking about Japanese one day at work, right? And he
yeah.
jokingly says, I can speak Japanese, right? And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
really?
Uh-huh.
So he
Uh-huh.
literally starts talking, but he's saying the lyrics from that song, right?
Right.
So he didn't know I was an anime nerd. He didn't know the intensity in which
Yeah.
I live my life as a fan of
Right.
anime. And so I knew what song he was quoting. I
Talking
was
about
like, are you really saying the lyrics from Bluebird like you speaking Japanese? And then we became friends after that. We became
he was like, oh, you
friends.
know this? Okay.
So he's like, oh, yeah.
You're a
So
keeper.
we became friends.
Right.
Okay, hold on. This is Bailey. But go ahead and if you have another song, I'm gonna mute myself.
Let me see. No, I can't. Let me see. That was one. Mm, I do remember liking a lot of the Final Fantasy songs because I remember watching the movie every time they came out with the new Final Fantasy
Mm-hmm.
movie. And I used to love there was a song.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that it was the song she was performing on the stage, the girl, and she was like this big scene. And
Whether it's like a pop song, is it you talking about from one of the video games?
yeah, it was
Was it
like
because it was it X2? Was it the three girls?
yes, it was the three girls.
Mm-hmm. I know what song
And
you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
you know what song I'm talking about? And I remember
Yeah,
I was watching and I was like, this song like really catchy. Like
girl,
I
that's
was
my song. That's on my playlist too. I can't remember the name of the song, but I know what
it
you're
is
saying. It's like what can I do for you? That song, like it's
yes,
like
that
the
song.
pop song. Yeah, they have a whole dance number, girl.
Girl,
Yeah,
it's like a whole thing. Like the whole shebang was like the energy was like crazy. So
yeah.
yeah,
Final Fantasy is definitely solid
it is.
as far as like soundtracks
It
where
is
he just be
definitely
killing the
solid.
game for sure. Let's see what this says. This Hellraiser said Bleach has a good one. Bleach
He
does
said,
have number
"Oh,
one, unnecessarily a bop for a Japanese show. Uh that's my jam. Bleach has good one.
Bleach."
Claymore soundtrack is
I don't
amazing.
remember Claymore sound. It's been a while since I heard that one.
Now I will say it's not the songs with lyrics that are standouts on Claymore. It's just
Mhm.
the songs, the instrumentals. Bleach and Claymore both are. I
Okay,
used to study to those soundtracks a lot because it's not really lyrics in all of the
right.
songs, but the songs are just really good, like standalone. I
Okay.
just listened to it like all the way through. It's really good. He said Bleach has a good soundtrack. Oh yes,
Bleach.
1,000 Words is good. That's from Final Fantasy X. It's a
I think
slower
I know
song.
that one. I think I've heard the 1,000 words one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good song. The
Someone else
Alchemist
says
says,
Thank
"Thank
you,
you, no
no
terror."
terror.
I'm not sure what's that from, or are they saying it's a song or?
Yeah, is that the
Koei
Kono
no
Kitachi.
Kotachi OST also.
Okay,
And he
okay.
said on the intro song. Oh yeah, what's the name of that intro song, Hellraiser from X2? I can't remember the name of it. So if you could,
Yeah.
I can't. I'm using my phone as my camera today, so I can't
Let
actually look it up
me
actively.
see.
Make sure I tap this screen real quick. There's so
The
many good
intro.
anime OST. World, not World Trigger. Oh, I cannot remember the name of the anime. It's on my playlist. Sword Art Online actually too. Lisa
Who?
makes good music. Sword Art Online intro,
Uh-huh.
outro, really
Uh-huh.
good. Lisa is
Okay.
like a goat as far as anime opening. She does the Demon Slayer opening too, the first one, not this season. But I
Oh
think she
yeah.
did this season too. But yes, Lisa is the
Uh-huh.
goat as far as like anime art performing artists. She's really
Okay.
good. Lisa,
Okay.
and of course Utada Hikaru is good. She did the Kingdom Hearts, like which I know is an anime, but the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack is really good, and I also have
Yeah.
her album. It's really
Is
good.
that simple? Is that the same one from the Simple and Clean song?
Simple and clean,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she said they said Terror in Resonance is the
Terror
name of the
in
song.
Renaissance
Okay,
is the name of the song.
Resonance,
Okay.
yeah, Resonance.
So for the so
Okay.
that's it. So they were naming the anime, but the song is
Mm-hmm.
Terror in
No,
Resonance.
they were naming. They were saying that's the name of the song.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Well, that's some good ones. If y'all want to listen to any other songs in the comment, that's good. But I'm going to go to the next
I'm gonna go and actually
question.
listen to some of these
I have a
songs
whole YouTube playlist of just like anime music
of
that I
anime
listen to
music.
all the time. Oh, I love the Gantz. I guess we would say Gantz, but it's Gantz. But the
Mhm.
ending, Last Kiss, is so good. That's one of
Last
my
Kiss
favorites too. hmm So the next one is your top three anime recommendations for newbies,
for newbies. Yeah, like
which we said please don't have people watching Berserk and
right,
crazy stuff.
right, and Ninja
We don't want
Scrolls.
to, yeah, we don't want to scare them away before they get a chance to see everything it has to offer. So I'm gonna put a rule in for this one. I want you to
Okay,
recommend, which I know you're newer to anime. You're not like a lifelong watcher. So even if you don't have three, that's fine. But just you can name whichever three you want, even if
yeah.
it's one you've seen. But I want people to recommend a good like anime movie,
Mm-hmm.
a good like show to like get the spirit, like with most mainstream anime show, like top recommendation. And then just another one, like a little one that you like, this is a good one too. Maybe not as
Right.
mainstream, but it's good. So you go
Okay.
ahead and just name your top, or you need to think about it.
Let me think about it because I remember. So this is my problem. I remember what these animes were about, but I can't remember all of the names of them.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
one that I would definitely recommend because I think it was a good one for my first one was Esclaflowne.
Yeah. I
That one
kind
is a
of
good.
don't remember that story, but I do remember it being a good intro to like more
Yeah, and
serious
if
things, like the potential of what anime can be. It's not like
yeah,
happy go lucky. It's
yeah,
good.
and it's
hmm
not, and it doesn't throw you with too much too fast. Like it, you actually get a chance to kind of ease into the anime itself and the plot and everything like that. So I would say Esclaflowne is a good first one. Um, if you like, so I would say Sword Art Online is good too.
That is a good one.
That's a good first one if you want to like get something that's interesting that's gonna like spark your interest. You definitely should
I
do
mean, that's
Sword
gonna
Art.
be us when we in the metaverse, right?
Right.
we gonna be. It's like we in the metaverse now. Somebody made a comment that Sword Art Online took place in 2022. Is that true?
Sword Art Online
Somebody
is what?
said that it actually took place in 2022. If you rewatch the show, somebody's like, "Here we are." So I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on it. I'm not sure if that's true.
I mean, that does make
Um,
sense considering what it was about, you know.
yeah, that's why I was like, that's funny,
That
but also
that is
terrifying.
funny.
Yeah. So I hope that's not true. So
Oh,
my
and
top three, as far as movies, I know you think
yeah.
I would say Spirited Away, but I'll let you keep that one because you have seen that one. I think a really good I like slice of life anime and
Okay.
which is more so just kind of like not really any super big conflict or anything. It's more just like regular day to day life issues. So I really like slice of life and romance, kind of anime and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. A really good movie is Your Name. It's
Really?
really
Okay.
good. It's really good. It's beautiful. It's like it has a really good animation. It's a more recent movie. I think it may be
Okay.
4 years old or something like that. Your Name is
Yeah.
really good. It's
Okay.
not like it's normal people, but it's like got it's a little magical element to it. Like they're time traveling a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But yes, it's really good. I recommend it to everybody. It's good.
Okay.
It's very touching. It's a warm
It's
movie.
such.
So
Okay.
yeah, Your Name is my top movie recommendation. As far as
Okay.
mainstream shows, I definitely think Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Like I really haven't met somebody who does not like Demon Slayer or can't like get into Demon
To
Slayer.
Demon
It's so
Slayer.
good.
I think
Hmm.
I might have seen Demon Slayer, and I might actually be getting it mixed up with another anime.
Yeah,
Um,
Nezuko and Tanjiro and yeah.
yeah.
So
Let me
my
see.
daughter kind of wants to watch it, but it is really good. Demon Slayer is definitely. I don't, contrary to popular opinion, I can't stand Naruto.
You can.
I'm choosing violence. I told my husband I
You
would not
choose.
choose violence, but I'm choosing violence.
Yes.
I can't stand Naruto. Okay. And even though I
Oh,
grew up on Dragon Ball,
yeah.
I can't. I can't with the
You
foolishness.
can't get into the
So
Naruto.
I'm not a shonen person anymore. I used to like shonen. I generally hate it all now. But Demon Slayer is good. Demon Slayer is good.
Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is good. I did. So I just realized Demon Slayer was something that I watched maybe about a couple years ago.
Hmm.
I watched it once. And then I started to go watch it again and forgot that I was watching it a second time. So I didn't go back
Hmm.
and watch it again. But that one was actually a good one too.
Oh man,
Um
and Mugen Train. Whew, that movie.
Mugen Train.
Yeah, that's the Demon Slayer movie that came out, which they
Okay.
actually broken down into episodes so you could watch it. But
Okay.
when I tell you, nobody gave me a warning when we were talking about saddest anime. I'm not gonna get no spoilers. I mean, it's old by now. You should have seen it, but that was very sad. That broke me. Okay, Mugen
That,
Train broke me. I had to
oh
take the rest
no.
of the day to myself after I watched that movie. I was
Yeah.
not ready for that. So, um, and then the side one, just a little extra one. Hey, Pooh. The extra one that Nana.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and that's even on my thumbnail. Nana is good. It's a good. If you've never heard of Josai, or if you're a female, or if you just never heard of that whole genre, everybody knows shonen, But
Mhm.
Nana is so good. It's
It's
really
good.
good. And I like the animation style too, because it's not something you see all the time. It's different. And
It
Nana is also in my thumbnails, with Spirited Away and Demon Slayer. So those are my
yeah.
favorites. And I think I have Dragon Ball Z in my thumbnails. But
There was
super.
what was that anime where this is when I remember the story. I'm see you can fill in the blanks with the names. Where it was a girl. They could travel. They could go anywhere that they wanted to go, and like they could change the environment around them too. It's like when they went out the door, it was like a different place every time. And then she was
Mm,
like helping this. There was this guy, I guess he had wings or whatever. He had got
hmm.
sick, and they was taking care of him in his house, and their house traveled.
Oh, Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes, that was good.
I love Howl's Moving Castle. That
That
also
one
has a
is
good
another
soundtrack.
one. Yes.
That also has a good soundtrack. Howl's
Okay.
Moving Castle. Joe Hisashi is he does most of Studio Ghibli movies. He did Spirited Away. He did. I mean, he's
Uh-huh.
amazing. I watch the
Yeah.
concert all the time. But yes, Howl's Moving Castle is also very
That
good.
was a
It's
good.
weird though.
It's
You get to
definitely
the end and you be
weird.
like, so what happened? Like it took me
Right.
some years to be like, oh, okay. That I was just kind of like, she got gray hair, Sophie. What he talking about? He saw her. I didn't know what was going on here. But I do love House Moon Cat. Even though the end's a
That
little
one is a good
confusing.
one.
Yeah,
And
and I'm
there's
gonna try and
another
read this
one.
question.
Oh
He
yeah,
said,
you're
what is a theme for a good anime movie I would make in the world scenario spiritual? Can you like reword it? Because I'm not sure.
Spiritual lesson
Like,
to teach. Oh, or the metaverse.
like what you
Okay.
saying? Like, what's a theme I would teach in a movie, or if there's one I recommend, or if
What is a
like,
theme
can
for
you
a
just
good?
reword it so I can like answer the question? And then
Okay. And for
Dorian says
Hellraisers.
DBZ. See now, Dorian, I knew he's a shonen person. Okay,
Okay.
so I know he actually. I think I've seen most of Bleach because of him.
Because
So
of him.
definitely,
Okay.
yeah, because of Dorian.
DBZ.
Uh,
That's DB.
yeah,
Okay.
that's Dragon Ball
DBZ.
Z, Naruto, Bleach. So that's
Okay.
just shonen. That's just shonen people right there. That's
There we
that's the
go.
that's the classic three. You can't say you're a fan of shonen if you don't
If you
watch
haven't,
DBZ, Naruto, and Bleach. Yeah, for
it's
sure.
okay. Full. I mean, Hellraiser said full metal to your eternity.
To Your Eternity, is that a song or a show? I'm not sure what he was saying.
Maybe he
Full
was
Metal
still
Alchemist. I'm assuming he talking. Is he saying that was his favorite? Um,
full metal. Oh,
yep,
maybe he's saying
Hellraiser.
like okay.
Yeah, and it's only two. He didn't say three, so I'm not sure. Hello,
Yeah.
MJ. And then
Hello,
technically present
MJ.
says bleach samurai shampoo. Ooh, that's a good one.
Samurai
Ooh,
shampoo.
samurai shampoo and the ending, the song, the music,
I'm gonna have to
top
watch
tier,
that.
top tier. My children, okay, know these songs. They're
Oh, they.
classic. Yes, we used to play when Bailey, my youngest, was small. We used to play the ending of Samurai Shampoo for her. She still remembers.
Okay.
Very jazzy, but it would calm her down. Yeah, she likes
Okay.
that song. She likes
Maybe
that.
my daughter will like it too. Oh, Hellraiser says it is a show. It's new. Okay.
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 MJ says Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I have not watched
Mhm.
it, but I hear that I should watch it. It's
What
trying to,
Brotherhood?
yeah. He said
Hmm.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is trying to tell you what is really going on in this world. They have
Okay.
some deep themes. They have some deep themes in Full Metal Alchemist for sure.
Okay. MJ. Best
I heard the
believe
ending
I'm
was
gonna go
sad.
watch some of these animes I'm writing on my list now because I
Now
was.
look, let me tell you, this is a warning. If you're gonna jump into shonen like Bleach, now they have a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I
So
know.
just
No, I'm
and
not
like
bleaching.
that's like One Piece, girl. They got 1,000 episodes. I will never
Yeah,
watch it. I'm just go ahead and say that.
I might try. I might give the samurai shampoo a try.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go through some of these while you answer her question. Hold on. Let me read for a second. All right. Let's see. Allegorically speaking, it's a must watch. Yes, a theme from my own anime series. If I made my own anime series, well, I'm writing a story right now. So I think a lot of what I'm writing about in my story that I'm doing is probably what I would write about if I had an anime. I'm gonna keep using it for a second. If I had an anime, I probably would do a lot of the same themes. And my story is covering a theme about the importance of being authentic and how you like innately have magic in you. And when you don't care what other people think, you can kind of grow and you become powerful when you tap into your creativity, which requires you to kind of not care what people think and break the status quo. So I think if I had to make an anime, I probably would do what I'm doing now or writing about, and that would be definitely an important theme for my anime. Sheena, you're still on mute, so I'm gonna read this question just a second. Did y'all explain the genres of anime? I only know about shonen and slice of life, which I believe are genres. I think I did go over it in the beginning. I talked about different genres of anime. There's so many, but I did quickly go over shonen, which in Japan is for younger boys, uh, and shojo, which is for girls, younger girls like Sailor Moon. I guess would be shojo, Glitter Force, some of the stuff you might see on Netflix. And then you have I didn't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Seinen, but it's Seinen, which are darker themes. Cowboy Bebop would be one that falls in that category. And then you have Josai, which is Nana, which is like older adult women themes. So like adult women. Nana is one of the best ones, best examples of that. You have Iseki, which is like you died and you were reincarnated into another world. I guess Sword Art Online could be considered one of those. There's another one that I can't recall the name. It starts with an I, but it's kind of like Mushishi. Has like spirituals relaxing. It actually has a healing energy to the show. So if you ever watch Mushishi, that's a very good example of that type of genre. You have slice of life, which is kind of like everyday stuff. You have what's the one where they kind of it's fan service. It's fan service, but it has a name, but I can't remember it right now. Of course, you have hentai, which is basically like sex or porn, I guess people related to. I'm gonna unmute you now, Sheena. So those are
Okay.
some, but there are a lot of different genre anime. But
Mm-hmm.
I personally like Josei, and I like Seinen, and I like Iseki, and I like the healing ones like Mushishi, Natsume, Yujin Cho is a good one too.
Mm. It's
So those
a
are some.
okay.
Um,
Oh, they have
anime has
one called
mhm.
Harem, I guess.
Yes, harem anime, which is
Harem.
like Tenchi Muyo is a classic one. A lot of Americans have seen. He's come out Toonami. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Oh, there's so many. There's so many.
Yeah.
That
Harem, just for anyone who doesn't really know the genres, harem is when there's like multiple boys trying to get the same girl's attention, kind of thing.
and sometimes you can have a female. I mean, it could be either one. But
Or
yeah,
like,
typically there's like a bunch of females and a guy who everybody loves for no apparent reason.
yeah,
That's the whole thing.
like fighting for
Uh,
their attention, kind of thing.
MJ
Yeah.
says anime has allowed me as a black man in America to connect to so many different races as I travel around the world. It's wonderful.
Ooh.
Exactly. And I think
That's
anime like
cool.
opened me up to like a different culture because I think I
Mhm.
it was my first exposure to like another country's culture. Japanese culture I think is very fascinating, probably because I love anime. But it definitely
Yeah.
opens you up to different cultures. They have, like I said, it's not one note. It's not just Dragon Ball Z or
Right.
it's like it's something for everybody,
It
and it's
is.
like it's a legit form of medium to tell a story, and they have some really good stories. And Japanese culture has kind of different values and beliefs. So sometimes some of the stuff that you get a lot in like American television, anime doesn't have, doesn't push those things as much. So I like it. Even like J dramas, K dramas. I know we both watch like those romantic J dramas,
Yep.
like Last Cinderella and stuff. I just love watching J dramas because
Yeah.
it's also like a little more modest, like it's not overtly sexual a lot of times.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
also
I'm
really
definitely a
good.
sucker for the dramas, like the oh my gosh, I love dramas. I think that I
Yes.
spent more time watching dramas than I did anime after I watched a few anime. And then I
Yes.
got into the dramas. I was like, oh man, this is deep.
They're so good. They're so good. And then of course now, like J-pop, because of anime, the music was just so different from anything I've heard. Of course now everybody likes K-pop, BTS, and like all these things. But J-pop did it
Mhm.
first, and they did it better. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying it. But I do love 2PM, which is a K-pop group, but they also do Japanese songs. So,
Okay.
so
Is that
yeah,
that group that we used to watch that video for?
yes. And they came back. They went on a hiatus to serve in the military, and they're back now. So they're
And
making
they're back now?
new
Okay.
music. Yes,
They got some
2PM.
moves for you, okay?
Yes. So I think
Hmm.
those were like all the questions I had
Okay.
for anything about why everybody should watch anime.
Anime.
There's something for everybody. It has good life lessons. They do try to teach life lessons. It'll make you laugh. It'll
Hmm.
make you cry. It's not just for
Hmm.
kids. It's not just for adults.
Hmm.
I
There's
love
something for
it.
everyone.
There really is. And I like
To
what
touch.
MJ said too, like
Yep.
how it lets you connect to people. Like there's so many huge communities online of just nerds, self-proclaimed nerds, people who love anime, and like
Hmm.
honestly,
Hmm.
I love my anime groups. I'm in Black Otaku Queens, Black Anime Nerds something group, Urban Anime
Hmm.
Lounge, like so many
Okay.
good like ways to connect to creative Black people because of our love of anime. So
Yeah. I will have to say, after watching, I just to touch on what MJ said, after I started watching anime, that's when my love for Japanese culture came, because
Mm-hmm.
I started to kind of just like pay attention to like even like how they just how they move, like their morals, their values, and especially the women, they always seem so like peace with themselves and just free, and like they don't seem to be as stressed. I feel like a lot of our culture in America is like everyone's like go all the time, high stress all the
Mm-hmm.
time. But I love like how when I see Japanese women, like even on YouTube, I follow some Japanese women
Oh, you know,
and they
we stand Marie Kondo. She's Japanese.
yeah. And then there's this other follower I watch on YouTube, and she does like her morning routines, and she's just everything's so zen. You know, they just seem
Mm-hmm.
so zen, and it's an energy that I can relate to, because that's who I like. Try to be. I try to have a
Mm-hmm.
very zen, positive, peaceful kind of you know vibe for myself. So I think
Right.
that kind of helped me to be in touch with that side of myself. I think
That's
that's
true.
cool.
So
Hmm.
yes, everybody should watch it. My kids, my 12-year-old, she's into anime, and because of that, she's into art. She's been working on her art. She's into
She's
this
doing really
like,
good.
she's very into kawaii culture and
Hmm.
style, and it also opened her up. So I like that she has a way to express herself, and in a world where people are so sexualized so early, because she's
Hmm.
into this really cutesy girly culture, which I also am into, if you haven't noticed, because she's
Yeah,
very into it. Like, I just don't really have to worry about it. It's all about oversized sweaters and like 5 layers of clothes. And I'm just like, yes,
yeah,
yes. Put on the sweater and the skirt and the tights and the leg warmers and the boots.
mm-hmm.
Like, yes, please
Right.
go ahead. But
Yes,
I love
go
that
for it.
her exposure to this culture has opened her up to a style that's in her own lane. She's not trying to
Yeah,
be like out here looking like an Instagram baddie. No shade to Instagram baddies, but I don't want my 12
right,
year old trying to be one. So I
right.
love that it's giving her like another way to go. That's just not what everybody else does.
Exactly. Hmm.
So,
It is
well, that's pretty
Supergirl.
much. Any other
Hmm.
thing? Anything else you want to say? Do you want to any recommendations for what you should watch? And there's a lot of
Um,
anime connoisseurs in the chat, and I am also one. So if there's any
yeah.
recommendations that anybody, if you're in the chat and you're kind of newer to anime, you got some guys, you got female, you got a good amount of people in here that can give you some solid recommendations. So if you want to go
Hmm.
ahead and drop a ask in the
Oh
chat,
yeah,
you
I think
can.
I think we touched on it earlier, just in case if anyone didn't hear. I did mention Your Lie in April is a good one. It's a very like
Mhm.
cool kind of more
Slice of life, but
yeah,
deeper
yeah.
things. Mhm.
Yeah, and it's not like about anything too crazy. Just life, just a girl
It's
and a
sad
boy
though. It is sad.
kind of
Why she
sad.
trying to sneak at y'all? She trying to sneak up on
It
y'all. It's
is.
sad.
It's a
It
little
is kind of
sad,
sad at
but
the end.
but you
Yeah.
don't get slapped in the face with it right away.
No, it's not
So
like the ones I'm talking about where you're gonna be
right,
crying and snot
yeah.
and
You're
everything.
not gonna be crying for days. You're gonna cry for about maybe 10 minutes, but you'll be okay.
MJ said I prefer to rewatch the same anime over and over again. It helps me check
Yeah,
stuff I didn't see before and analyze it deeper.
I
Yeah, I
agree,
do like
MJ.
watching some. I watch Spirit Away, and I learn something new every time. And I watch a lot
Yeah,
with my oldest daughter too. So we
yeah.
find new stuff every time we watch it.
Yep. If you're into cars at all, one that I did enjoy, I just thought about was the Initial D. I watched that with my husband. It was actually really good.
Yeah,
Okay. You're into like that type of thing, like it's so
but
good.
Fast and the Furious could never. Initial
Right.
D was first.
Initial D original
Yes,
Fast and the
yes,
Furious.
yes. So I think that's pretty much it. I thank you in the chat for
Mhm.
being here and watching and engaging and commenting, telling us your favorite anime. So I'm gonna be doing like I guess anime related topics and stuff on Sundays probably.
Mhm. Okay.
And oh, don't forget Attack on Titan is now live. The new season, the season 4 part 2 is now live, so you can watch that. And Demon Slayer is on today, so I will be watching both of those today.
Yeah.
So as we speak, they're live. They've been live for like 15 minutes. Attack on Titan. And so next week I think I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I do want to talk about I want to have a fight because all the Dragon Ball Z fans feel like Goku the best, and I'm just gonna say now that Goku is only the strongest because of plot armor, and y'all can fight me. So if you want to come up here and you want to argue with me about how that's not true, feel free. I'll probably be talking about that on Sunday because me and my husband literally were arguing about this at like 2 in the morning. So we're gonna have to talk about this. So that'll probably be what I talk about next week. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell. And you can see any upcoming streams. And once again, I usually drop the link at the top to join the panel when the live shows up. So anytime you want to join, you can join. Anything else? Let me get this last comment.
Yeah.
There's this Jesus crucifixion anime that was pretty bomb. What? Drop the name of that. Drop the name of that. It was an anime or the animated film, because I want to know. But anyway, you can drop the name of that in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the. Thank you, Shy Cutie, for joining the panel and being up here with me. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the ending, and that'll be it. We'll see you. We're going live tomorrow to talk about Encanto. So tomorrow will be about at 3:00. We're going to be talking about Encanto. We'll be talking about Luisa being the strong one and are you the strong one. So if you haven't seen Encanto, it's really good. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. All right, we're out. Bye. Like and subscribe.
All right.
It was. I got a question.